And again, for NIP, I really feel like it's a team that in their 0-5 slide, they've been overextending, and I think other teams have been abusing that. This is a team that's going to play up, they're going to play to go in. And I definitely see a lot of ways where they could get caught, they could get overextended. I gotta say, I think that the 6 fight could be scary for NIP, as Doinbees doesn't have 6 yet. Both junglers come to cover mid.
Oh,
Tarzan wins out on that skirmish, yeah. Kyle's here. That's going to be a difference maker. Doinbee doesn't have 6, but Kyle.
Yeah, he went forward, and now Doinbee's going to be the weak link. Trying to get a first blood, goes the way of Tarzan, and now the stun set as the 3-man crash down onto PP from PP God into the Shattering Strike. Going to land onto all 3. PP God becomes the savior, the blocker of what could have been even worse for NIP.
I mean, nice timer here for anyone's legend, but that looked kind of ugly from Doinbee.
Oh no, the flash play, and Tarzan goes for it, and the man, the new age king of the jungle, is off to a 2-0 start.
I don't, like, it's just freebies going over, and it will lead to that first dragon. I know we get time to talk about this, Mazel, but I think the dragon's just going to be more valuable this game. As Grubs isn't that usable and abusable by either of our teams here. I think it's going to be really about the 5v5s and the fights that we have. It's not like you're going to have a dedicated split pusher among these 2 solo lanes. It's a little bit more useful maybe for an anyone's legend squad where Silas, you know, into that Ahri could get a winning lane state, but that's about it.
On a little bit of a timer to get this one going, but they want the 2v2. Kyle gonna miss that big Zenith Blade and leave now looking for an angle, and Hope pops him pretty heavily, and it will just be the 1 grub secured by AL. NIP move in swiftly and will clean house on the rest of them. Go to 5 grubs total.
That's a good take from NIP as they were able to retake the objective. I think it's a good drop, though, by AL. As again, Kaisa 3 items. That, for me, is the key. And that's the point of the game where I think that they're going to really start to break.
A full tank style with the Roa stacking up for both of the mid laners.
It's the right build for Doinbee for sure, because he can't get big enough where Silas can't one-shot. Of course, Silas going the bruiser build this game is Kyle. Caught out.
That's a big flash. Oh, Tarzan! Okay, that was yeah, don't think he wanted that blast code, as he's going to flash back over the wall. Now Flandre's in a lot of trouble. Flash is coming out. Desperation reeking of it by AL. Equalizer? As the Magnus Sword coming in. Flandre can't move. Equalizer popped, and Aki comes away with his kill. NIP finally on the board.
I know that if he burns it, there's a cast time. That might have been the window for Sion to punish with the Q. I just think he needed to use it to get out. Wanted to save it for a potential dragon fight. And honestly, dragon fight at the back half possible.
PP God with a really nice engage. Magnus Storm by 4 on the Shanks here. Shanji going to go down. He is the sacrificial lamb, is now Kyle looking for an angle. He doesn't have anything but the Grand Starfall. Tarzan gets the immediate cleanse out of Leave. Leave's not going to go down just yet. Aki's still there. Bullet time out. The big spear from Tarzan will get him a killing spree, and now Hope has stepped up to the plate and knocked it out of the park.
Timer and that teleport. NIP, they tried to use their 5 grubs to take some more plates, but ended up being an overextension that re-engaged by Shanks the Magnet Storm, keeping them under tower as NIP ate multiple tower shots, overextending.
The spear through the heart of Leave. Love this pickup of the Pantheon into the Neferi of Aki. We said it was a gauntlet drop by Aki, and right now Tarzan has picked that up and smacked him around with it. Now another engage on the Flandre, but Tarzan is here, gonna focus on the Leave, and now Leave is already gone. Tarzan looking for even more, but he's in a 1v4. Double knockups coming through. Kyle's there, but now Shanks coming to clean house, and Hope looking for an angle as well. They find everything here. Shanji's about to go low, but Shanks is wheeling and dealing through all of this. The resets coming in plenty. And Doinbee getting his own power turned against him. Shanks gonna try to run him down. Still looking for it here. Wants to put the mark on this one. And it's almost a full and total one as they are able to get Doinbee here. Maybe Kyle gonna take it. Shanks looking for the final touches and gets it. Shanks putting the mark on Doinbee and coming out big man.
And taking that fight with an AD with no summoner spells, I know that Leave looks silly being caught out like that, but that's not the setup that Leave wants. And now the setup coming on to Leave As he
NIP,
sneaks out.
they can
Secure
turn,
the
they can
choke.
go into Tarzan. Tarzan a little bit scared, although Kael's the one that secures the bullet time. At least that secures the Rift Herald. The bullet time gonna get 2 there as NIP try to fight their way through. Doinb now getting his own resets. Shanks looking for his angle as Tarzan is about to have his abilities come back up. Hope still has killer instinct. This is setting up for an AL turn. Shanks gonna go down low here as he goes into the Rift Herald. He's still alive. Shanks just make the play of the game, I feel like, as he escapes. He's leaving Hope by himself, and Shanks is out of there, baby. 0-7.
What a take from Shanks. That could have been a bit of a disaster there if he ends up going down for anyone's legend.
No way.
But AL, a bit of a mistake in that fight. They overcommitted through the choke, and Leave was actually able to get that big bullet time off with the combo from PB God's Magnet Storm. Led to a winning fight for NIP. Kael has to take the reset, and that's going to be enough for them to drop the Dragon. So no soul point secured. Good pick up there as the Infernal. Pretty nice. Will be a little bit favorable for AL. Their comp's going to build a little bit more damage overall, but still good for NIP. This Dragon always feels good to pick up. And a nice skirmish there as some good angles were presented against NIP by AL. Again, want to find angles around the Scion team and others. I think it's really important that Hope did get access to that Rage Blade. Will help a lot. If he does find himself autoing the Scion, of course, not exactly who you want to be on. His goal is to try and get around the Scion, and that's why it's so important that NIP keeps that formation sound. As NIP's up now, but of course,
okay.
Go for it. Tarzan spotted.
50-50. Tarzan's in the pit there with him. Shanji gonna try to body block. Big equalizer there, and it still will be secured by Aki. So they get the Dragon. Aki gonna go untargetable. Unstoppable onslaught used to get away. Flandre now looking for an angle. Shanks gonna steal away the Spirit Rush. Gonna force Doinb to use his. Looking for a charm play. And you can see NIP were pretty worried about it, just in case. Flandre, though, he's going to walk straight in. He's going to have to immediately flash, but the rest of the team is coming right behind him. The slowdown. Flandre just going to try to turn back to try to get a kill, but is not going to find anything. And now, off the back of that, and that mistake from Flandre, NIP are going to start up the Atacon.
Pretty egregious wave to hit his Flandre with his team being on the top side of the map and NIP being spotted exiting mid down.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that? I think I hear it. I think there's a Pantheon coming. I think there's a steal maybe on the inbound. As they're in the pit. Big bullet time, but Leave has to stop it as now PP got flashing away, and he gets it! Tarzan, the king of the jungle! And Hope coming in flying with the wings so high! Anyone's legend, just the Hope of NIP with one fell swoop!
Anyone's legend as they wipe the fight.
What a steal from Tarzan. Even if Flandre's trying to hold them back, AL still looking damn good despite it. And it comes off the back of a couple key performances.
NIP and Anyone's Legends takes firm control of this game.
And this is when AL looked at their most dominant. When they had Shanks and Hope both performed. Tarzan has been a consistent, even in that last series, whatever, he had a bad one. He has always been, I feel like, the most consistent part of the team. But Shanks and Hope finally realizing that potential once again. Get that Hope all riled up for Anyone's Legend here as they move forward and try to match out to TES.
For Anyone's Legend, we really prefer it. The Kaisa can somewhat deal with the Scion. And again, the pressure that they're able to put down on Misfortune. It didn't really matter how fed Leave got in the game. You can see how tough it is for MF to operate the back half if AL is able to create any sort of angles. And NIP just refusing to fight them at the moment. As they're giving up everything. That's just an inhibitor falling for free. As Shanji up in 10, that might be what they're waiting for to look.
Kyle's really tanky. I don't even think they're going to try to put some damage into him, but
not bad.
It does get him down to half health. They do
Otacon
still have the
so
Atacon GA. It's about to fall. 3 seconds. So now the deaths are real for Anyone's Legend as Tarzan's going to fall. It's right when the Atacon was going off. No, it's going to be the real GA from Tarzan, actually. And now he's popped, but he's going to pop again. And now Doinb getting some resets here. AL overextending. Hope going to try to outplay Aki, but he's about to go down too. And those teeth, they sink deep. NIP with the defense of the base. Lick their wounds a little bit and pick this one up. 3 Infernal Dragons in a row and soul point to NIP.
Like, what a gift. Again, Anyone's Legend, it feels like, I mean, the Flandre in led to a win, right? But that was a gift. That one from Tarzan and Shanks, I mean, I don't know what they saw there. Their conditions were not good. They just got a free inhibitor.
Isa, who also has GA completed now as well for Hope. So that's going to be a big 4th item. We are getting to those 4th item sparks for at least a majority of people. But it's also Dragon coming up in 25 seconds, and it's PP God getting engaged on first. Shanks, look at this angle. The pincer maneuver. The trap is being closed on NIP, and they were unsuspecting. Trying to go back onto Kyle. The resets from Doobie, but it's not enough. Shanks has found the back line. Shanks goes golden. Flandre goes for the flash play. They found them, but is it going to be enough? Aki trying to go in, trying to go down, and he is out. Shanji, you might be the biggest tank of them all, but we've all seen Attack on Titan. They go straight for the nape of the neck, and AL are looking to blast away with this game one. There's nobody in the chair.
We're sprinting. We're getting further to quicker to the bathroom than APA is here at NA.
There's
ghosts. Leaving the chairs. This game's wrapped up for AL. Good team fight. Hope is able to get in on the back half and against Leave. So many threats that Leave has to deal with. Was never even able to get a bullet time off in that fight, Mazel. As he goes down, and NIP going to go down in this game one.
Got supernatural victory going over here for AL. They don't even need to be in their chairs, even though you see them at the bottom. I don't know what that last picture was, but AL know exactly what time it is. And it's time for redemption after that JDG series. And it's time for a 1-0 match point lead in this BO3.
Well, Doinby, that we sins, we're on a clock. I think Zeri Lilia can definitely be effective later on. How effective? I'm not sure.
We'll check back in as Grubs did get started up by Tarzan. He is on that massive jungle advantage over Aki. Been trying to keep up a little bit. And looks like these first Grubs will just go the way of AL. No contest, but Leave coming over by himself. Maybe the wrap around. This is a heck of a flank from an AD carry as they're looking for it. Doonby has level 6, goes for the Dragon Rage kick. Emperor's Divide in though, and they have retargeted. AL are centering around NIP. They do get Shanks though in the end, and Leave has been untouched. There's the concussive blows coming in. Tarzan looking for the counterbalance, as now they do find damage with Hope, finding the kicking Gatling gun as AL fight tooth and nail. It will be a 2-for-1 in the mid lane.
All right, I thought it was going to be okay with the Braum passive
as well. That'll be full neutral objective control here in game number 2, which will also lead out to Tarzan having a bit of an advantage over Aki. PP God.
First turn on, I can't see it. This is featuring Leave. Here in our lower third is, again, we'll see what Leave can do. I think Leave is set up for okay this game. Shanji, though, is falling behind the Flandre.
Public Execution coming out, the all-in, but the needlework is still available. He's going to hit the slow, gets over to the enemy, and that will end up meaning that Flandre has to back away. The Grubs did go holistically the way of NIP. Okay. Oh, I thought the rocket was going to be enough. TP's coming in. Keeper's Verdict used, so separating the fight, and now Doonby's by himself. That bombing Cinders isn't going to be enough health for you. And Cubby, you might go ahead and just crash out now because Doonby's down. Oh. They don't see each other, but now the all-in. Hope maybe losing this out. Goes in with the Gatling gun. One more auto. The barrier. Is it enough? Leave. Gonna go down. One more auto. He flashes away. Flandre looking for the angle. Does not have it. Leave slinking away by the skin of his teeth.
Actually gonna try and pick up the wave too, which is, I think, the crazier part. But of course, everyone's spotted here. For anyone's legend. Shanks put Shanji under the turret.
He's in trouble. He doesn't have flash, doesn't have anything. Tarzan's up here, and Shanks will clean up the kill there. For multiple members, do we feel like that changes anything in the map state going on right now? As Flandre and Shanji going at it. I think Flandre has much going for him as Shanji going for the 1v1. The flash comes out. Panic across Flandre's face as he goes down in the solo bolo to Shanji.
All right, well, we asked for Shanji to step up. He did just that.
No, the hollow radiant's not enough.
Nope, not good. Yep, just don't worry about it. It's fine.
All right.
Doinby's just going to try and be big and be utility.
Well, that'll be second Dragon going the way of AL, so they'll be getting their stacking conditions going for them. And it does feel like their scaling is definitely going to be something that NIP have to worry about.
Do a lot of work in this game. So we're going to see Leave. Really nice skate by to avoid the Emperor's Divide from Shanks.
Oh, the slow down there. They're going to follow. That gets in front of him for the public execution. The lockdown's not enough, and now Shanji going to turn it around on him. Crescent Guard coming through as the concussive blows won't be proc. PP God now in a little bit of trouble himself as Flandre took down the turret to join his teammates. Shanks is in the jungle waiting to collapse as Leave about to get caught out. PP God goes for a flash glacial fissure and just skewered himself on those kebabs that you smelled in his door, as that is all she wrote for NIP's bot lane hopes.
Legend just pick up the bot outer turret. as well as picks up a kill. Bit of an even trade across the map here, Mazel. I think it does get one out, though, by AL, as they did take the mid-outer as well in the back half.
Oh, what approach he's taking, because there's always a plan. And now the plan is to gank onto Kyle. They do end up taking down the flash out, but the lilting lullaby isn't going to be enough to get him down. BB God's gone. They've lost their bot lane, and Shanji's now trying to run away. Doinby is still in the thick of things. Going to get a big Dragon Rage quick into the public execution, but my screen, it's got a little bit golden, and now it's going to be AL after everything is said and done. A full and total clean ace. And if that ain't the situation NIP is in, I don't know what is a better definition. Absolute destruction for AL.
I don't know if PP God didn't have ult off or wasn't able to get it off, but again, we teased. Leave lost both his summoner spells in that last skirmish, and he was the one that died immediately in the fight. The one
sunken in his stocks. He is not the carry that is just single-handedly bringing NIP to victories anymore, and it came down to a lot of his positioning in team fights, and that one, that's an exact example of it. Positioning around this dragon pit, and here it goes.
Tarzan just going to take a winning trade on the PP God, but actually does eat a winner's bite. Actually doesn't eat the winner's bite proc. Meanwhile, Aki. Aki is the one person that cannot be caught out.
Shanji going in. Okay, this is chaotic as hell.
Yeah, this is
Hope
bad
going for the angle as well. NIP starting to run around a little bit desperate here. Do it an Ultra Shock Laser onto Tarzan, but that's going to be the Dragon started up, and that is Soul Point already secured by AL. Looking for Soul, and NIP want to stop this. Is the scaling enough? Can they get in the pit? TP coming in. They've got Aki around the corner. Aki trying to make it, but he can't do it in time. Now the Hex Soul is at the backs of AL, and it's just going to empower them like an electrified laser. And Shank's looking for it, and goes with the posterization of Doinby as AL wiped the floor with NIP yet again.
I know NIP's behind, but they wasted so many tools just trying to get into the river. And Shanks flashed away from 2 ults. They really were desperately trying to look for a pick early on. And Aki, your point, Lily, you can't lose half your health before you start an objective fight like that. Ended up having to go around because he was down, was trying to juggle privilege his way up from health, was late to the dragon. Ends up hitting a flash into one-man sleep going into the series. Like,
you're a masochist.
Is it time to hit the panic button? Yes.
I already hit it.
And moving to 06, like, look, let's be honest. This team looks worse than FPX, looks worse than WE. They lost to TT. They got smashed by FPX. Like, this is not what we had on the cards for them after Split 1. And it really has been a struggle for NIP. As Doinby, he's going to look for a desperation angle.
They're losing their base.
The tank, I mean, they're going to lose the game. There's nothing they can do. Doinby's down 3 levels to Shanks and Flunk right now. Not to mention that his inventory is kind of useless, let's be honest.
I still will look back to the trade of the Lilia for the Gwen. And I guess that wasn't the only thing, but it's still a massive piece to why they lost this one.
I don't know what we're doing with
point blank TP?
I don't know what the Lee Sin is doing in this game either, but that's a Doinby question, not me. I like ability haste Zed a lot, and I think this is a decent scenario for ability haste Zed. That's all I'm going to say.
Would have been nice, but that is not the case. And AL now looking to put the final screws here into it. And Tarzan with the utility crescent guard is going to kick things off with a shebang as Aki going golden. Can't even sing no sweet lullabies as he will be swooped to sleep. And Shanks with the Emperor's Divide to make it yet another ace. Another clean one. And an easy 2-0 sweep for AL to move to 7-2 in Group Ascend in the first round robin. It was already spotlighted, but that brightness just got increased 10 times, especially for IG.
I'm really interested to see if Gava is going for poker on hit. I think it really changes the flavor of this game.
This top side. Do you think that Grubs 1 should be contested?
I think Grubs 1, some different factors here and what might be
Dude, he just doesn't stop finding the hooks. The flash, the play, TN is going to help combine with Xiaohu to get first blood for Weibo.
Trade.
Nice little trade there, but something Weibo will be very happy about. Some of their siege potential as well. But We'll see what that second spawn of Grubs is going to pan out to be as the dragon does go down at the same time. And really, I mean, it's the payoff that we were looking for.
Oh, for sure.
Erha has been gone for a little while now.
Oh,
they're going to come up. They're bringing even more. They realize he's here, but the flash play, the shattering strike from Mako, going to flash out from Xiaohu. That's the expectation. Now Jie going in, looking for the reset. Seismic shove does not matter. The resets go in, and the Hounds are let loose. Rookie looking for an angle with the depth charge as well, but IG will strike true in topside.
They could threaten a dive here, as Rookie did take that depth charge away. Again, IG stronger early. They brought the numbers.
They're doing it.
Erha stuck around.
You might have had some great positions. You might have had some great engages, but that will be an early player mistake, and that will be punished by IG. Ready, positioned around this Grub spawn as Did starting it up.
I will say the Shojin.
Oh, Gala. No, Gala! Walking forward, blind face checking the bush. Gonna have to burn his flash. Erha will not hit the dredge line. Mako in trouble. He died to the Grubs.
Gala.
Oh my God. Gala just fell off the wagon and nobody even looked back to see if he was okay. That'll be Weibo taking all 6 Grubs now because of the fumble of IG.
Dear Lord.
Oh, he's going to get the smite? Okay, he does end up getting the one. Trying to find a way to hop over. Is going to go but gets stunned. Nobody able to follow up. The spear. It's going to be the flash out of Jie. Oh, my God. Anyways, now we got Xiaohu with the play with Erha in mid lane as well. That's going to be the heroic entrance. Not enough heroically there as Erha gets the kill. It'll be a trade back, though, as Gala's down. That's a big damage down for IG.
And now we'll see if Breathe, who has a wave in and has TP advantage, wants to actually contest the Dragon. Because Weibo could have numbers if they want it.
Oh, yeah, they're going to bring it. Grand Starfall still available. Smite fight here would be IG's second Dragon. Depth charge going to be stolen. Seismic shove going a little bit wide. 50-50. Jie gets that all day. Tien in trouble now. Magnet Storm going in. Erha with that counter engage. They've already lost Tien though. You lose all that tankiness once the shield goes down. Big Seismic shove. Chains of Corruption goes in. Jie going low. Light finds the pick onto him. As now he might get chased down by Rookie. Going with the flash play and Rookie being flashy himself.
I don't know if we're stronger here, but we're going to find out.
TP. The Shy needs to come join. He's a little bit late to the party here. He's going to TP in now, waiting for the fight to kick off. Depth charge has hit on the Gala. Big equalizer across. Jie gets the smite fight again. As now Tien getting locked down. Equalizer coming down from the other side. The Shy finds that big angle, and he's the tanky boy that finds a double kill here. And Jie finds the reset, finds the kill, and the dogs have been let loose.
No, didn't lose the summoner spell, lived throughout, and Weibo couldn't chase something that deep.
All I'm gonna say is get this man, the Shy, off of Nidalee, off Renekton, off Jace, off side. Like I want to see him on Galio some more. All right, he had a late entrance.
I like that, where we could have gotten first brick and actually secured feats for ourselves, and traded across the map instead. We take the fight. They've lost first brick. They've lost the Rift Herald. They're losing the Dragon, and that's sole point. So Weibo now really puts themselves on a clock this game.
Soul point on Mountain Soul, we said, is super good for IG earlier as well. The feats of strike, everything going their way after all of that is said and done. Taken multiple times. That has been a little bit of the story of Weibo, as the momentum will continue leaning in the favor of IG as they take the Rift Herald play down the throat, down mid lane, looking to take multiple turrets here if they want to follow through with this.
That was a little bit of a misengage in the last fight. Again, I was really feeling the consequence of that one is Erha. He just gets out of this one.
I think he might just be stuck. As piercing arrow right through the heart. And
Ignite.
You're to blame.
The Ignite was a little interesting.
As Rookie gonna walk away, but the Atacon has been started up by IG. The rest of the team leaving Rookie in mid lane by his lonesome, but that'll be an easy trade as they leave that outer turret to fall.
Curious if it's actually Roses or the GA here. I'll probably get the notification when it falls. As the rest of IG actually leaving the Otacon a little bit early, letting JJ wrap
up they caught the Shy.
As
wait, Rookie has the Grand Starfall.
I mean, I think the Shy has him.
The equalizer is used from Breathe. A little bit unfortunate. Okay, IG.
JJ's going in. They want
They're
this
rounding
fight.
the
They
wagon.
should take it.
Great
They're on-
start,
Here we
Paul.
go.
Oh, Rookie just jumping in by himself as the heroic entrance going to buy a lot of space, buy a lot of time. JJ already getting the reset, and that'll be 2 kills going his way. We talked about the cerebral nature of these jugglers, the fisticuffs that were drawn.
Game for them, especially by IG standards. We're going to put it in that. We're coming in here expecting a kill a minute. Has not been the case. Now we're
Here he
expecting a
goes.
Grand Starfall. Here comes the
Tien
pinch.
going for a Grand Starfall with the blast cone over here, waiting to get Gala, but Gala flashes over the wall, and now Tien's in trouble. Rookie finds the flank. Tien gonna shield go down, and now
deep.
reset coming through. Tien
Shy.
gets locked down, but here comes the Rook entrance.
Bouncy
Double
out.
knock up City, and now the resets have come through. Light is focused down. JJ will fall in the end, but IG come out the better for it. Breathe, gonna have to take a breath.
Mountain Soul going over to IG, and certainly the game. But again, I just really returned to that contesting of the Rift Herald, Mazel. I know that was 10 minutes ago, or 8 minutes ago, but it really feels like it set Weibo so far behind in this game.
On that Baron
I will say, the IG Baron take is abysmal. They need to get kills before they
JJ is
actually
pretty
look at
strong at it, right?
Yeah, kind of, but it's a Poke, Varus, and a Silas, and a Galio.
Ooh.
That's pretty terrible. As now,
Oh
Gala,
my
no
God,
flash.
they're
Gala's
throwing
no
everything.
flash.
Everybody and
They
the
got him.
kitchen sink is thrown. They do end up getting the pick, but Light's about to fall too, and JJ gonna get the reset now. He flashes out, heroic entrance, buying time. Him and
That's
Mako
doing
need to be
work.
careful. Look at him healing up here now. Equalizer used by Rookie, stolen away by Breathe. The Shy locked down, and he will slowly flash his way out. Flash from Breathe in response. Mako still here to try to save him if he wants to with the Shattering Strike. Gonna lock him down, or how will miss that one. Or a Justice Punch,
Shy?
maybe enough. The shield, the magic resist coming through, and Galio is alive. The Shy is fine.
Still much stronger than Weibo, but their Baron take is very slow, and it has been spotted by Weibo.
Oh, they just go for it.
Viking in.
Rookie finds the angle as well, and now Mako with the Magnet Storm Equalizer on
Goodbye,
top
Breathe.
of Breathe. He's gonna pop as now got the back line. Light is gonna find a huge 1v2,
Light?
and he cleans them up, but now he's by himself, and JJ just hunts him down. That's gonna be the turn onto Tien, and after all that, it's everybody down for Weibo. A triple kill for Rookie, and a Baron for Invictus Gaming.
Yeah, the lead's the Mountain Soul enough as Light did his best in the back line, but the team couldn't join him, couldn't heal for the Kaisa as it ends up being a one-way trip. And of course, that Baron take was very slow from IG, but it was enough to bait in Weibo, take the fight, and I like how IG go for the fight. Rumble was a non-factor, and Varus, yes, goes down to Light in the back half to put a lot of poke damage down, but more worth it if you actually are able to take out the Neferi, or able to actually take out the Silas, who are running you in these fights. And with Light just going in and kind of, you can't trade yourself for Varus at this point. You got to get more value from that. I know that he found 2 kills, but he's the one that has to deal with his front line. Like, he is the one that can get through the Galio, get through the Silas, and actually make an impact. So I don't agree with Weibo and all their focus that they're throwing onto Gala this game.
Rookie going with the Crypto Bloom, by the way, on his way to a 4th item. Tower goes down. That will be the equalizer used by Rookie. See if they want to continue pressing this out, as the inhib's going to fall as well in mid lane. IG going to focus on bot side. They still have another minute with this Baron buff.
Good chain of corruption here by Gala. That could be enough
Oh.
poke to force Weibo off this turret.
That shield is a long cooldown.
Oh, Mako.
Mako decides to
Light.
just go in, and Light is obliterated. As that's a 3-man, 4-man knockup with the equalizer following through. As now here comes the Grand Starfall, stolen by Rookie. Finding a double kill is Gala, looking for a little bit more too under turret. The Shy is going to get that heroic entrance, and IG sure are looking heroic in this game, #1 over Weibo. We asked the question, are we going to see that same IG that we've seen in the last 2 series? And it seems like we might just get our answer here. The last Nexus Tower will stay alive.
Do they have a blue trinket? Okay. Again, it's slow. Monster objective taken for IG is not fast. They want to take.
But look at Rookie. They want the play. They want Erha. That's going to be Chains of Corruption looking. The Shy can't find the back line. Erha's already gone. The Crypto Bloom. It's going to ting as Rookie goes and finds Light for a double kill as they're looking for even more onto the rest of Weibo. And unfortunately, their composition has just gone kaput. as Breathe, the last one left here, going to be ran down by Rookie. Easy does it, TPs into the base, and IG looking to start this series off with a bang.
I really thought the game was in a decent state for Weibo going into that Herald. They didn't trade across the map. Instead, they opted to contest. They played into IG's power window. They got wiped. From that play, they were set really far behind in the game. Damage that IG is looking for, but now IG have a really strong 1-3-1 identity to go into this very strong team fighting core that we have from Weibo. So at least they give themselves that alternative win condition and avoiding these 5v5s to the best of his abilities. And JJ, playing out the rest of his jungle, actually going to skip over the blue buff to try and get bot early and cover his bot lane. Xin, wrapping up that last camp, will be up a level.
Okay.
Tian skipping over it too, because yeah, they know.
Insta engage, on-site fight by Tian and JJ. It's the 1v1 and the 2v2 happening at the same time. Concussive Blows is going to connect. Light able to chase down with the approach velocity. Going to catch onto Gala. Gala has no mana. Going to have to burn the flash. Wind becomes lightning. Tian is in there. Big headbutt by Mako, but it's not going to be enough to fight back. Here it is. Concussive Blows again in the Braum. Early game is coming in clutch, and Tian is on a rampage here early. They can't do the dragon.
Yeah. Again, IG are a little bit behind. This dragon, I think, can still be done, but JJ actually going to base. A good hawk shot by Light scouted out the dragon and sees that IG is not on it. So we'll see if Weibo is aware that they have JJ joining on the top side, as he had the base and go protect his bot lane from a potential dive. Yep.
Oh, Gala's about to get scooped and duped here. Boom! As Xiaohu comes up big and topside. Tian's going to fall in through. Erha will go down. It gives the kill back to Mako. He's going to be enough for Weibo to stop the advance of what a 2-3 item power spike IG looks like.
Oh, Xiaohu did great work on the last tower dive, now being dove
Oh,
here. That
feels
funny,
bad.
I gotta
That
say.
Enchanted Crystal Arrow actually buying a lot of time. JJ just dies to the turret ramp up. Tien claims the kill and a nice sniper shot from Light across the map. Still a little bit of advantage for Weibo. Much better position. I want to go back to that conversation. Like, do we feel like IG's power spikes are enough to kind of let them see a light at the end of the tunnel?
They need a little bit of time. They need to really open up the map. They need side aim pressure, as JJ is, of course, down flash.
He's getting ran down. Yep. Tien just said, "You shall not move. I will take you down." As the kill goes to Light, and Tien is running this one.
I mean, that's why we were worried about that Alistar blind, because for me, Alistar is a real power pick in the meta right now. I think he's very strong, and stronger than a lot of other supports, just because with that ultimate, you're pretty much guaranteed 2 spell rotations in a fight. Like a lot of supports like Rel, like you aren't quite as tanky as the Alistar later on, and you are more powerful when power flashes are down and power plays aren't available. As Alistar, the combos just so wow.
Guess they're okay giving 6
he
scrubs
feels
and
really far behind. I mean, Tian's really big right now with the Ash Braum there too, but this is starting to get concerning now for IG.
A little bit of proxying here. Want to get to watch Breathe have a little bit of fun. Shy getting flashed on by Erha. Now Light trying to chase him down. Concussive Blow is going to be flashed out of. Glacial Fissure coming through though. The Shy is pretty tanky, but not tanky enough. Going under tower, going down one more, and Light's going to clean him up. Maidenless.
Long decisions in terms of following it through. This game, we've seen them make the right decisions again early. I think they've manipulated a few of these lanes to, again, get a big lead onto the Ashe, and now they can escape the lead. Of course, it's only Rookie that's ahead here for IG as he's looking.
Shot Bros way off the mark there. They're still trying to take down Tien. Slowly but surely, he finally falls, but that's so much already going down. Big pickups, though, from IG, and Rookie is starting to look like this Yone that could potentially win games. As he's going for the foot play, look at Rookie! He's feeling himself, and go ahead and feel some more, King, as Rookie is lighting the fire under Invictus Gaming.
Use the Q3 to get out of it, then we don't even see the E that he used to actually snap back after he was Emperor's divided backwards, as Mako no flash.
God, he just does
Ash Braum. Yeah.
I'll just say he had a moment to pop R.
I like how you did say 4 kill steals though, and just assume that they were not kill secures, which I feel like is a little bit offensive to Mako. Support kill secures are important. At the moment, Breathe proxying. We'll see if he TP's down. Dragon's been started. This might get burned. TP coming in.
Breathe already coming in. Dragon secured by Tien now as well. Missed on the Emperor Divide by Xiaohu as Rookie getting the dodge out. Xiaohu trying to get away. Rookie is making mincemeat of this front line, back line rather, as a 3-man knockup. Now Weibo feeling a little bit hesitant in this fight. They're going to try to chase down Breathe. The Shy has an angle here as well. The flash going to come out. The wall is there. Tien finally rejoining. Enchanted Crystal Arrow onto the Shy. The Shy double knockups by Xiaohu. Big fate seal from Rookie! Shutting him down, but he goes down. And now the front-to-back play going the way of Weibo as well. That extra effort from Light really putting in work here for Weibo's team comp.
Who, again, has to be the stud of this game for IG.
Yeah, I mean, he's literally the only one that can find the eye angle. And there you go, another fate sealed, and Xiaohu's fate has just been that. A 4th kill for Rookie. And how plausible is it, man? This guy has been the GOAT for IG. He's back home. He's back where he earned that star.
That's right. I think he was going for the Shurima Shuffle where the minions were low enough. I think if he hits it, he kills the wave and might threaten IG. But a good Glacial Prison from JJ.
Taking that Rift Herald solo. Xiaohu doing what a good side lane Azir does and picking up some of that standing gold with one of the towers going down as well. They do have a little bit of pressure around this Rift Herald to deal with. Looks like everything will be just fine. From both sides. We will not have the top laners joining just yet, but Rookie might have found Xiaohu. Going for the damage. Xiaohu's scared for his life. Fate sealed coming through from Rookie. Rookie trying to snap back with the damage, and Xiaohu goes down to Mako. Another kill for the man as he's looking for the dragon. It goes the way of Tien. He'll secure the soul point and get out of there. IG will get the pick on Xiaohu, but that is it. Did he just try to flick in League of Legends? Is that what I just saw, maybe? Gala's in a lot of trouble now. Enchanted Crystal Arrow coming down. Gala waiting to flash, does so, but he's already lost a massive chunk of health. And because of that lack of pressure IG kept up in mid lane, they might even lose 2 turrets off the back of it.
Nice TP from Xiaohu. That's one way to pull people away from sides as he got top in. Had a nice spot. It looks like IG just understanding they're down. Going to try and play this dragon through the bot lane. Could be tricky.
You don't want to give over a Hextech Soul. Mako can't get caught out early. We called him the GOAT so many times, but the GOAT's going down, and he's going to be fried up, as that is already a massive frontline tool for IG down ahead of the Hextech Soul.
I gotta say, I could understand like Mako not burning the ult there because I think he's dead anyway, but like Mako just can't be there.
Oh my god, and then we're just watching base checks here as Rookie not going to get taken down just because that Glacial Prison from JJ stops the rest of Weibo, but that's Hextech, unless JJ can do it. He hasn't had it. He hasn't had it, but maybe a third makes it matter. As he's looking for an angle here, they pull the dragon out a little bit. He's going to have Breathe. His body block. No! It goes the way of Light. Hextech Soul secured, and IG's faith has just been shattered. As the Shy getting locked down, here comes the 2-2 train, and Gala getting knocked up. Breathe going with the double, and Mako, he's back, but it's not nearly enough. He watches as everybody falls. Breathe having himself a heck of a moment on Sion, but Weibo looking to push this back to 3Ks.
I mean, the last couple smites from Tien, those steals on the contested objective is going to end up being huge for Weibo Gaming, as this Ashe Braum bot lane was really the stability this comp needed, not to mention the objective control from Tien. Despite Rookie's best efforts, it's looking like a clean, or I can't say clean win for Weibo. It's looking like a clean objective win for Weibo, yeah? All objectives
there you
secured.
go. 100% objective secure. And a massive difference from that game number 1 faltering. Weibo, bring us the distance.
I mean, the trigger pull of the ball carrier being that Nocturne, the ability to execute onto a Caitlyn, reach that backline. Again, I think that IG, I mean, a lot of onus has to be on them getting ahead in the lane phase. On to Rookie, who of course did lose out on that level 1, making for some unique lane conditions, and he didn't start D-Ring. He started Mana Crystal, so he has to find a base here, or else he will get jailed.
Ooh, Erha getting murdered here by the combos. Bailout coming through. The 2v2 goes the way of IG, falling prey to the Spider and the Sniper.
Not public execution sidestep. No flash necessary for the Shy. Good hands by our all hands top laner. and nearly has 3 points off that top lane turret as he has already
Pick. After this, he's
again,
the most picked champion for him so far this split.
Look, that's crazy. I gotta say, I'm not super surprised that he's won with it, because I do think that the bruiser items are really strong.
For Tien.
I think a respectful and appropriate flash from Mako, as of course if he goes up in the air, Tien would just connect with him when he drops. He was spotted on that flip.
Yeah, and okay, there's going to be Chunk, but Mako's in trouble now. Going to get feared, going to get hand shook, but Tien is still out of there. Rookie going to flash for the play. Paranoia pop, but the bailouts, and now Peek's out of there. Tien gets the reset up the bailout, and Dede gets the butt dies anyways. Light rends his soul from him and takes his crown. Xiaohu shits him down to Mako, not able to have anything, and Weibo, they're gonna find a massive 3-to-1 kill difference early. Is IG gonna try to get back onto the map, get something going for themselves as a play from Breathe. Public execution onto the combo with the shockwave. Ball delivery takes many forms, and Weibo, they're flowing with it as Breathe just gonna walk down Gala too, and Mako gonna just get ran down for 2 times in a row. Okay, it's not going to be enough with the command attack. Xiaohu was trying to chase down Mako again, but Weibo now, an eye on for Weibo, and has had some interesting moments for sure, but has had some good ones, especially in game number 2. Plays really well into the hands of IG's composition. That dragon secured by Weibo, though, on the other side of things here, will put them up to 2.
Yeah, I do like the overload here by IG. Of course, they're the ones with 6 grubs, so just going to funnel this first brick into Gala. Rookie doesn't have a TP to respond to what's going on in the bot lane, but the Shy has been there to answer what Zhao was doing. So IG going to...
But everything pretty tight-knit after that, and still about a 1.2k lead for IG as they take another turret in the side lane. The Shy actually looking to go into a fight here. On to Breathe because he had the backup from Mako.
Got that, a fat heal.
They know the weaponry. What did I just talk about? Mako extending a little bit too far out. Goes with the repel. Has the flash. Shockwave coming in. Light gonna go for it. Xiaohu's the one. Command attack. The Emperor's will is there. And Rift Herald go the way of Weibo.
Came straight down. Burned the flash. Still went down to Xiaohu. As Weibo burns no flash, is picking up that kill and is going to use the 5v4. And IG not wanting to team fight Weibo with... of course, you know, Paranoia, Fate's Call still being up. Weibo's going to do their best to get in here. We'll see if they can find a fight.
Tien, the spike fight! Oh, he's not even going to go for it. Okay, the flash play coming in. Public execution goes through on a Rookie. Rookie's going down. Xiaohu finds his number. Flash going to come through now, but Paranoia going to make the retreat come through from IG.
For record, we don't feel like it's really as indicative of the strength of Weibo with Erha. We have looked more competitive with him being in the lineup for sure, Mizel, and continues to make good plays.
This composition might have cooked a little too far for IG. Feels bad as well as it Diete's skin on the Viego. They will try to pick out Breathe, though, and they should be able to do so. It's just going to take a little bit of time, a little bit of heartbreaker action.
IG can try and play out these fights, which is really looking for picks and burst damage on a single target. Again, close game. This lead's not enough for IG if they want to play these fights. Rookie, he's no flash still. Goodbye.
Instantly popped on the Paranoia, the shockwave to follow, and Rookie will fall after having such dominant games, such good and clean series. He's going down, down, down in this game number 3.
The trade of waves dropped, but Weibo, and much easier for them to play the fights out.
The Shy's finally getting involved.
All the ults are up for Weibo. Just keep your eyes on Tien when he wants to pull that trigger with that Paranoia Shockwave combo.
Rookie has been focused multiple times in these. Paranoia going in. Shockwave goes through. JJ getting out with that Heartbreaker. Public execution finds the backline. Mako can't do anything to save his ADC, and he's going down the Shy. He's the last one left. Look at this body pile and a body slam by Weibo. Triple kill for the Emperor of Spring, and Weibo have pounced the trap Now a 2,000 gold lead. The trouble that's about to happen if you give this over. This is just enabling them with the GAs. Mako's going to get caught light. Look at him. He's dashing forward, and Dente has gone. His skin, his world championship, it means nothing in this bout. In this domestic bout, it is all about Weibo taking down IG. That is Xiaohu getting picked off there. Going to go golden to delay the inevitable. And he survives as well. Times out the bailout. And that will end up being Weibo taking even more on the map.
Oh, Rookie's going to do his damnedest to get on out, but public execution comes out, connects. Rookie is down.
It was so close for so long. It's just blowed over.
No. It was on the scoreboard, Mazel. Was it actually close? All right? Was it actually close? Okay?
Erha is waiting for a big hostile takeover across this choke point.
How do you win this as IG? You are.
It's so hard.
You are so far behind. You have no team fight.
Maybe a steal. The MR is getting shredded right now against Weibo. Yeah, waiting to go over. Heartbreaker in, waiting to get this smite fight. 50-50. That extra fight over this jungle, and it's going to go the way of Tien. And there you go. Initiation by Weibo and Xiaohu with a big shockwave. Public execution used. The Shy tries to eviscerate one, but Erha will be saved by his own bailout. And a triple kill comes through for Light, straight from the Atacon to the Baron. And Weibo are just running away completely with this series. And are looking to put a devastating mark on IG's first round robin.
I mean, we got to start talking about Weibo, too, with Erha again. As like, this is a team that since Erha has come in, they're looking to move 3-1 in the series score draft. And, like, I know we're IG, but also we can't be doing this.
I think it also just feels even worse because Rookie is paying the ultimate price for it. And now he hasn't had a great game 3, right? But when he has those back-breaking performances in game 1 and 2 and now having a little bit of a stinker in game 3, it's enhanced as well by what's happening with the Shy, with the draft, with JJ.
It's not on him,
it's
man.
so crazy to me that now we look at it, and I think Xiaohu heard the region, heard the community talking trash, and he's sitting there at 8-0 and 10 on this Orianna here, and Weibo pushing in this bot lane.
I don't think it's been mid-diff. I think it's very much been jungle diff, as it's been a toughie for JJ and 2 really nice games for Tien, who has, found a reverse sweep here in our BLG jungle tryout here. So.
Yeah, BLG will be calling soon, no doubt.
Yeah. Even if we're 100% serious, it's still fun.
Yeah. It is a riding of the ship, though. That extra combo with the shockwave coming in. The turret is the focus, and down goes Rookie. As they're going to try to find the rest of it here. Big handshake from Erha. Again, another double kill comes through. Light looking for more. Light looking for even more as the Fate's Call is not even going to be there. Triple kill again for Light. There's nobody left on the table. Nobody left on the board for IG. Invictus Gaming Super Team has been crushed. And Weibo look to even up their scoreline. Look to go 500, go 4-4, and take this reverse sweep over IG. What a day it is for the LPL and for Weibo Gaming.
If top esports do not get ahead in this game, it is going to be a hell of a ride in those team fights.
Could be a bit greedy, though. First move will definitely go over to Jackie Love and Chris, but he does steal away the first Krug as the bottom lane actually decides to scrap it out while the junglers are just a ways away, a street over. The Ren gonna play big here for Pace as he's trying to just Jackie Love, but has the bailout. Jackie Love flashing forward. No! He doesn't get the reset on the bailout, and now it's the junglers pulling up to the party. Jun is gifted a kill. Chris falls down next, and now all of it rests on Kanavi to try and rescue this play for top esports. Missing and Jun trying to get back together, and Kanavi cannot chase down either one of those kills.
The map, I feel like Kanavi right here is just looking to take one, smite it away and leave. He's actually gonna greed for a second one, but that's a level 6 Nafiri on his butt.
Pack is hunting, but the Vault Breaker to safety. Jun doesn't want to dive too far forward as the bottom lane was a little bit later to the play with Payson missing, and they will claim the one grub unless 369's trying to throw down with the Ornhorn. Forces Mystic's flash, creeps here with perfect execution. The Scion's trying to fly in on the background, but they're targeting Missing, and Missing gets popped, but traded out for Kanavi. And now 369, who started the play for top esports, is going to pay the Pied Piper. Jun picking up another critical kill as JDG.
Well, the last 2 games have looked pretty clean for them. And they've got a very, very early game that has been on their side. Opportunity also built for Pace. He's going for that early game spike on Kalista.
Yep.
You don't get to choose that. Standard Sky complete right here for Kanavi, and he's looking potentially for an opening on Shun. Shun's just gonna smite one and get out.
Will give over mites if they want to, but maybe Shun was just waiting to reconnect with the bottom lane. Top Esports always can be pretty greedy around some of these neutral objectives. Now they're starting to get surrounded, but they like the fight odds here going after Pace. Do get the clutch flash out of both him and Shun as Olive flies in, but he flies into the entire mark of Top Esports. They've got Scout teleporting into the backside, but Kanavi gets popped with the cease and desist. Doesn't even get that one off as Scout shows up to the party. They keep the bottom lane alive, and they pop off Cream, who now sees perfect execution to dash himself back after safety. Jackie Love has no more mana to try and dish out the damage. There's no damage left for Top Esports. That nearly cost them their support as well. When the fights start throwing down, JDG are just too good to knock off.
Of course, especially since Pace is around. He's got his first item. He's playing Lethality Kalista. He's burning through those HP bars. Top Esports walked straight into JDG.
Prioritizing from draft just is still 9, and they're going to have to start sacrificing some things on the map to buy time.
Yeah, and Kanavi again is looking towards the top side of the map. They're going to lose the second dragon right here. The fact that if you look on the inventories, everyone has an item apart from supports, right? But Akali, this really does hurt Akali's early game spike. Cream also has the flash of one R press from missing, and Ale,
Here we go.
you got this?
Hold up, but this is the Vi, the Renata, and the Ornn. Do they have enough damage? It doesn't really feel like it until that Vault Breaker sings it home. Partly why maybe Kanavi looking to just steal camps away, and we talked about this, where Top Esports is at. They have to sacrifice some things, and that's a Rift Herald for now. A Rift Herald that's also going to give over. I know it's not the most popular thing anymore in Trouble since it got dropped on the new season, but that's some upgraded boots, feats of strength over to JDG as well.
With the Ash Arrow. So I feel like Top Esports, if they lose that mid lane tower, which is hanging on like, literally one thread, it's going to be really tough for Jackie Love to actually walk up like he does right now to push out the way.
And how much are Top Esports willing to index and slow down camp clears and side lane allocation to keep this turret up? Because yeah, I think like minions may do it. These caster minions may get it done. Yeah. One more shot. No, that's it. That's the turret's gone. Mid turret drop by caster minions. That's just how things are going for JDG's way in this first game.
And get him on the turnaround.
I mean, if you're gonna do it on each champion, it had to be 400 stack Sion. Draven. Oh, 369. My poor soul. The flash. Ooh, the Ash Arrow still sinks through. I think Shun might have enough damage. He's taking up a lot of turret shots, though. Has to flash away, and it's missing support Ash that gets the kill and walks away with style. We said it earlier. Everything is just going JDG's way, and Missing Living with about 50 HP really personifies it.
Yeah, and if you can kill that Ornn. Oh, hold on, Cream. They're looking. They're praying.
Wow, they get the resets off.
For those dragons, which is going to be so point for JDG. They managed to secure that. No one from Top Esports is actually in position to push out these waves. You see Cream trying to push down that bot lane wave, but they have absolutely zero vision. And Ale sitting in this bush.
The brick wall trying to hold the line here. They do have Scout pushing towards this top side. Does have teleport if he wants to join the fight of alls. As all of TS are going to use their 5 versus 4 advantage. June gets caught, tries to go into the Atariable, but Kanavi times the cease assist perfectly. June is down, and that is the golden goose to find. Shut down, and it's going to stop the dragon stacking. Finally, Top Esports are able to commit to what their comp was designed to do. And it might have just bought them a hell of a lot more time in this game.
There, so that these sort of fights and isolated targets do not happen for Top Esports.
Oh, Kanavi doesn't get the Vault Breaker knockback. Eats an arrow to the face, goes for the cease and desist, but Pace flashes away. Hostile takeover will grab Pace to delay some time for this kill, but the bailout will not save Kanavi, and Shun is running wild. The pack is unleashed out of the crate and shuts down Top Esports, silences them to the tune of a double kill. If they stay comfortable, they play back and allow TS to come into them, they have so many ways to deny it. And like we talked about, TS, they have to fly in right now into JDG's. They take this for Satacon. They're teleporting in 369. All eyes gravitate towards Kanavi. Can he find a clutch steal? The best jungler of Group Ascend so far needs to hone in, lock in, but he eats an Ash Arrow to the face, forces the Mikhails out. Ornhorn's going to come down. They're going to try and jump on the Scout, who does have to self-fold as Cream is on the backside of this fight. Shun is being pushed out of the pit. The hostile takeover, buying a bit more time for TES to try and set up a huge 50-50, but Kanavi goes in all out for Pays. Will he find the kills? Trying to set up his team. The Draven's too far away. The bailout comes across. Will Kanavi be safe? No! He's cut down. All the zombie grabs him, and they send Shun in to get the Voracious Otacon. JDG bide their time, won't let TS push them around, and it might have just won them this game 1 in the El Clasico.
That was the best case scenario for Top Esports, forcing Scout to ult himself early on, splitting them apart when JDG really want to play front to back, and it just was not enough. You see how the team composition right here for JDG is created to evade that backline access that Top Esports want to have. And JDG are gonna walk away with all of those kills but one. Voracious Atakan and the Baron. I think it's pretty much as clinical as
Cream at the low health bar, and Shun gets that Voracious Otacon. For how much we've hyped up this jungle matchup, Kanavi, by far in Group Ascend, been the premier jungler, but Shun on this very Nefiri looked diabolical against Thundertalk. And it looks like it doesn't really matter to the opponent. Nameplate's off. Shun, when he gets this Nefiri, is to be feared in Group Ascend.
And it's going to be a pretty clinical ending right here from JDG, as they do have the, the money bags, I wanted to say, to slap Top Esports in the face. But Kanavi is looking potentially for a pick top side. They know they cannot defend. They have no way to play for themselves, Top Esports. So that inhibitor was going to go down anyway. Kanavi's going to take that red buff, and they're possibly going to look towards Scout, who still has the buff from Atakan.
Still has the false life, has the ult for himself. Great Ornhorn to predict the dash away, but that's just 200 gold. Scout safe, and JDG, the rest of the pack, get to just grab this mid wave and play for more turrets.
I think 0-3 Draven hurts more than anything right here from Top Esports.
The most.
Hasn't managed to cast out at all.
Turret, the Baroned up cannon wave, the MVP right now. He's just firing away at this turret, and it definitely helps that they have a full tank Scion.
Giga Chat Allet just walks up to the tower, finishes the deal.
Yep, that's exactly that's the interactive and Scion gameplay we all strive for in the LPL right there.
I have the good news.
The Ornn was like a non-factor once this game started getting out of control on the bot side.
All right.
More turrets.
More turrets. There's the last one outside of Top Esports' base, and there's going to be one more to take before they finish that. However, before that,
I'd say we haven't seen it before.
It can get worse, man. Do it.
It might just be the play they have to make to try and save the game. We'll have to see. Who knows? Maybe the fight just brawls out in this jungle as Top Esports are trying to set up battle lines. 369 has gone Scout down about half HP, calls the Ornhorn as Shun jumps onto him. Great Fate's call for Pays on the backside. Takes the Blast Cone to get himself and missing out. Hostile takeover goes down. Cream dashes in, but it's Alla, the tanky style. They'll happily eat up all the damage, but Cream finally hits his mark. They drop missing. They drop Pays, and Shun cannot rescue this fight at all. Cream finds the angle in, the miracle angle that saves Top Esports, and to top it all off, Jackie Love finally cashes in on the Adoration stacks. He finally gets his first kill of the game, but they still got a couple more members to turn and burn through it. Scout eviscerates, pops Jackie Love and Chris like a balloon, gets himself the quadra kill. Topsy-turvy seesaw, however you define it. That fight was wondrous, but it ends with a Scout pentakill.
Pentakill for Scout, and JDG will take the game, will take the ace. 7-0-2.
Where did that come from?
Scout bringing back Lissandra from the depths of hell of Champion Pool to stop Cream. Then he instructs, he's not even done, just wants to kill Chris one more time from downtown.
Gwen, I like that R5 for missing. And we have our draft in front of us here. And maybe a bit clearer of an execution here for Top Esports, something we were looking for after Game 1 draft. Gwen versus Jax, that is Ignite Teleport, and maybe we'll have some more level 1 shenanigans as the good old Dredgeline hitbox on the list. Maybe sets up Scout to fall here. They're going to try and give the kill over to a priority target. It's Cream that grabs first blood. A pretty perfect start there for Top Esports.
River Scuttle Crab, so That Yone that we mentioned earlier that got that first kill early could potentially be what gives Kanavi the edge on the top side right now.
JDG, they're trying to throw down on this bot side to catch JackeyLove going for a reset. The Valkyrie 4 from JackeyLove trying to min-max the damage ratios on that ability. Does force the barrier out of Pays. Missing min-maxing his range there as Shun is the first one into this top side. Trying to cut off the flashless 369 who only knows one thing. Has to go for the fight. Finds the kill on Ala thanks to the Ignite, and that forces Shun to bail out. We called out 369. The B1 Gwen does not disappoint for TES.
Trinity falls into the Corki, Blade of the Ruin game onto Cream's Yone, Riftmaker potentially onto 369 on this Gwen as Crisp. He's taking his reset, but he's not heading bot lane. Ale super low again, no flash.
This is easy. This is like fishing in a barrel right now. Ala is completely cornered. I don't even think Chris needed to show up. He got the assist with Ignite. That's how easy of a kill that was for 369, who's now 2-0 on the Giga Gwen Cream at the end of the day.
Yeah, Skanavi's trying to take his first Void Grab up top. You usually just smite one, handshake, move out, and see if there's an opportunity to move back in. Reminder, Scout is coming back from base.
Oh,
Right here, top esports. Yeah, they can't stay too long.
Send Scout towards the bot side, and it'll be the 2-for-1 trade there. Good to see TES not over-aggressing at a neutral that they knew they already had a win on, grabbing 2 mites, so no overstaying to fight a losing fight there, Trouble.
In this though, 3 members sent over the tops of the map for JDG, and that wave is pushing for 369. That's the overextend.
Oh, doesn't have flash, by the way. Flash from Ala, though, to get the Counter-Strike Sun into a perfect seismic shove. It's the big shutdown they need, and Ala grabs that gold, deservedly so. Something to get the engine started there for JDG.
Over in the mid lane as Cream is gonna come back onto this lane.
No ult.
Gonna use his ult right here. So 3 Void Grabs going over to top esports, so +1 tick.
On the clock, and this first Drake is likely soon to fall, and TS know it. They've got the ward in the pit, but they will not be contesting it as Shun and Pays will handle it. We talked a little bit about the overarching theme of this game too.
They have been constantly tracking down Shun before big neutral objectives, and right now we're gonna have the Herald. Hold on, Ale.
Yeah, Ala. Ooh, great jump over the wall for Kanavi. Lands the Glacial Prison expertly, and Caster Purse comes across. Clean dive this time. Ala finally falls for a 3rd time.
And what I was mentioning previously is that before every big neutral objective fight, Kanavi made it his mission to spot Shun in the jungle. And 1 ult from Kanavi is all it took to consistently take Shun's flash.
Scout's flash is on about the same cooldown as Ala's right now, so you have no flash on your Lilia, your Talia, and Jax, making it really hard for JDG to justify a lot of fighting, and it might just get even worse here as Missing has to burn that unbreakable will, that coveted ultimate for the Alistar, and Chris finds his mark. 1 dredge line. Jun with no flash like we talked about is caught out and hung to dry.
Pretty massively, I would say Shun. Oh, you poor summer child. Don't EP in there.
Oh, this is not your jungle, buddy. He just gets completely surrounded trying to contest this red buff. He gets the little Lullaby down onto 2, but it's too late. Shun drops the Weaver's Wall, buys some time for JG to make sure that JackeyLove doesn't push any further damage out, but these are small wins, but it's just all bailouts right now for JDG. No wins across the map.
Ale can't even step under his tower because it's going down, and Cream is just letting his creeps die in front of his eyes. Top esports, absolute domination of the map as Cream has actually started this dragon for his jungler. Miss is gonna spot it, but they can't walk in.
It's Crisp again with the dredge lines on point and Missing, adding to the burger total right there as the Alistar falls. Dragon grabs Weaver's Walls from Scout to try and play the map, and the range of this Jhin, the supportive ability of this Jhin is just not going to do enough, and the scaling for the Pays is not going to come through really any time in this game. It's JG completely on the back foot, and they're giving up everything across the map. The Rift Herald is free. All the outer turrets are down except the mid lane tier 1 turret.
It's 9.
Flashless still has ult. Gwen is immune, and they're really biding their time, and Kanavi sniffs something out. He tries to go to cover him, but now they just jump on Kanavi. He does flash away for the Deadly Flourish, but gets slept. They're trying to burn through the Takey Sejuani. They do find the kill, and they get the Lilting Lullaby to JackeyLove. Shun's going to chase him down, but he needs the rest of his squad. They're playing from behind. JackeyLove quits the flash, but the Weaver's Wall to follow. The curtain call, not needed. Finally, picks coming across for JDG. Some light at the end of the tunnel in this dark game 2.
And there it is. We're talking about it. Top Esports overextend. They're 2 split apart. They get picked off by JDG. 2 kills going over to the side of JDG. 1 on Talia and 1 on Pays.
Undercover mission. This voracious Otacon, and JDG have
It's
no
gone.
idea, and all of a sudden, all of TS have false lives to get even more aggressive than they want. Speaking of the Rift,
Talking
though.
about Purple.
Yeah, talking about Purple, and speaking of the Rift, places for JDG to take control of on the Rift, slowly dwindling for another
The
minute with the voracious Otacon. And yeah, Kareem is really infatuated with doing the jungler's job. That's the second dragon he's basically gotten all on his own. So Kareem doesn't find its mark on the scout, so that's a critical ult down for the engage-oriented TES
The
comp.
TP?
It's enough of a window for JDG to look for the fight. Curtain call down, Alla on the flank, but he's pretty sectioned off all on his lonesome. Has to flash. Scout throws down the Weaver's wall to cut off TS's escape, but now this is turned right on its head. JDG, Alla getting chased down as the depth charge will land. He's going to try and hop to his teammate. The Glacial Prison lands, but the hop comes through first. Who's chasing who at this point? Who knows? It's Cream going forward with the Soul Unbound on a missing who does pop the Unbreakable Will, but his health bar is far too low. There's the first kill. Do the floodgates open? No. Top Esports don't want to overextend in this fight.
The backline flashing through. Top Esports just made the call. Just go for the Jax, go for the Jax, go for the Jax. This time around, they're going for that Lilia. Hold up.
Ooh, looks like Lullaby having to be used because Cream is just built different.
Large amount of time, and Shun just expected the sleep to go through and that he'd be able to run away. Didn't even use his flash right there, just ended up going down, and Ale might follow the same fate.
2-level advantage. I mean, this isn't even the same league they're playing right now, all in 369. We talked about the one fight JDG wins is when the solo lanes or TS aren't apparent, and right there, they both make key picks onto 2 targets, grabs Baron in. Might have really just pushed this game over the hump for Top Esports as we all eye the game 3. Esports, then JDG. Exactly why the El Clasico has been such a fun matchup. It's because of guys like Kanavi and 369, who the latter really hasn't disappointed as well off that B1 pick. Kanavi's did, 369's didn't against his former club.
I don't mind JDG trying for these things because if Top Esports gets desperate or they overextend, they're playing through choke points, which is inside their jungle, and this is where that Lilia could potentially shine.
Power play.
Yeah, I feel like Top Esports didn't necessarily get what they wanted from this. Maybe a kill onto missing here, but...
Yeah, Unbreakable Will is very valuable, very breakable in this game, and it will not bail out missing face checking a brush there. Just like the last little fight we saw, starts off with missing getting picked off. How confident are TS now without the Alistar threat to knock down some of these turrets? Answer, very confident. Mid inhibitor down pretty seamlessly as the base is broken open to JDG.
I mean, this is not even a 4v5, right? They see Alder on the side lane, so this is a 3 versus 5 when you're 10,000 gold in the lead, 11,000 gold, excuse me, in the lead, even more than 10k, so JDG have to back off, maybe give some of those bounties.
A couple autos, a couple of Qs.
Yep, 3 items, extra BF sword, 1 QSS right there. Yeah, surely can walk up. Now they know that there's 2 members of JDG down the bot lane, so Top Esports are going forward.
Yep. 369, gonna limit test how far he can push to the enemy base. They'll knock down the top inhibitor turret, but Scout is already at half HP. Kanavi's health bar is so hard to burn through. Crisp is in a pretty bad spot. He will fall. All the TP's in. Look at Cream off to the flank side. It is JackeyLove and Kanavi having to flash out of the pit, and now 369, he's caught in the middle of 5. Cream does not go in at the right time. Top Esports is very desynced. The woes of their team fighting showing in this game despite their huge lead, having trouble really closing the deal.
By the Yone ult. However, it's going to be Baron.
Here's the problem.
The double super minions on every single lane for JDG, and unfortunately for the JDG believers, there is no Elder Dragon on Top Esports, so it's impossible for them to throw.
You buy it? Is that shooting flash down? That's been down the whole game. But we're used to that. Holy!
JackeyLove,
Here's a fight. JackeyLove's dead. Where did this come from? Alla gets the pick down. Gets into the stasis as well. Pays on the flank. Oh no! It's happening again. Top. These can't close out games. JDG win another critical fight. That's all the Barons off Top Esports except for 369 and Kanavi.
Someone somehow said it on a co-stream somewhere while watching this game, and they've completely cursed the heck out of Tess. All right, 4 items.
Yep.
JDG.
Oh boy, here we go.
The double TP.
Do TS get sectioned
Surely
off? That's
not.
the one problem.
Surely not.
Jackie Love is completely caught. He's alone without Flash. Alla has him sectioned off. The curtain call shots land. Jackie Love goes down first, but they still have the soul lanes to try and hold them up. 369 is very strong. Watch for Cream to try and dive in. Double stasis comes across. Cream goes in. Great golden by Scout. Cream is completely nullified as Alla knocks down Chris. 369 does find the kill onto Shun, but JDG still have the man advantage. All they have to deal with is the big bad Gwen, who does get stunned up, but is able to dash out till missing. Goes for the Alistair sec. Headbutt polarized, throws 369 into his entire team. He goes down next. It's happening again. Top Esports don't know how to close games.
Oh my god, JDG with another teamfight win right here. They're gonna send Alla to save the two Nexus towers, and JDG are gonna secure their second tower of the entire game.
How can they section TS off? Will we see the sync fight kindly come across as Cream does commit the ult just onto Alla, gets stunned up. The Mikhail saves it for now, but the crit shot nearly finds the kill. Kanavi does pick up the big time Baron as Shun is running a wild in the pit. Cream very low, Kanavi as well. Pace flashing after both of them, finds the kill onto Kanavi. Jackie Love is untouched and throws 369, and 369 wants to call game. The GA comes out for Pace. He pops back up, the sleep throws out the stasis. It's pandemonium on the map, but Pace is gonna crit shot 369 to the face. The big bad solo lanes are down, and Jackie Love and Chris have to run for the wayside. TS get buried, but it still doesn't save them.
JDG have the chance to do the funniest thing in this series. Jackie Love still alive. There is still wave clear on the side of Top Esports, and JDG have committed most of their summoner spells and their ultimates. So it's gonna be just this particular inhibitor. There's no way they're looking to end it. They're just going to back off right now. They need to set up for this Elder
reset. Kanavi's back on the map. Jackie Love and Chris are trying to interrupt this Elder play. Do JDG throw this all the way at Elder? Kanavi, can he get in for the steal? Is he going to go in? He gets it! Kanavi steals the Elder and saves Top Esports, but he's not done. He's on the hunt. He knows TS have the big bag Elder, and he wants to end the game right goddamn now. Alla's the first one to fall. The dominoes falling in a row for TS. It's the leader, the captain for Top Esports, the former JDG 5-year veteran that might have just stopped their miracle comeback.
Top Esports with the miraculous steal from Kanavi are looking to finally figure out a way to end this damn game. They went from an 11k gold lead down to nothing, down to everything again. This Elder Dragon should signify game end for them.
They don't have any waves. Like bot, mid lane and top lane are not coming in for years. It's got to be the bot wave, but you called it. They have Elder on 4 members. They're bringing Cream up as well. Baron's still available for Jackie Love. This has to be it. TS finally are going to be able to get over the hump. The Nexus turrets are getting burned with ease. Can Pace and Scout do it? They're losing HP rapidly. The sleep from Shun, it won't save them. 369 gets one. Scout goes into the stasis, but it won't save them. Kanavi just rescued this series for Top Esports, and we're going to Game 3.
I actually really like these two drafts more, and they're showing me more of what both teams want to do. Like bot lane is hard shovey with a very clever invade towards the top side. Shun, if he does put Kanavi right here, which he will right now, he could have the chance to play for that bot quadrant of Kanavi's jungle instead.
Oh, flashes galore, but it's who else but Kanavi to set the first kill over the line, get it to 369. Respect this Mega Gnar, but is holding on to the public execution. Kanavi's going to come off the grubs to come towards the top side, but bot lane, it's just explosions coming off this electrocute Lucian. We flash back top side, and Alla is down. Kanavi gets there first, and Cream used the Realm Warp to give the man advantage over to Top Esports as they're winning all the kills early on in this game. Jackie Love drops off screen, but does grab that Feats of Warfare, trading out missing under the turret, and Jun, if you haven't noticed yet, is on the wrong side of the rift, but Skarner loves to just run his way back through walls, and Shun is able to escape with his life.
Cured by Kanavi into this fight that we just watched. 2 kills now onto the Ambassa. And Jackie Love actually trading 1-for-1 with Missing down the bot side of the map.
Shun, please don't. Please don't get executed by Grubs.
Surely not, surely not, surely not.
Oh no.
Jackie Love doesn't have flash.
Yep, luckily doesn't have flash. We had a last game trouble. We had mid laners and top laners taking dragons, and now we've evolved. 80 carries are on Grubs.
JackieLove just checking inside the pit. He's going to dash out the second he sees Ale right there as the swap comes through.
Trying to steal camps away as Shun watches and goes, where is my red buff? And he's going to find in the brush with Kanavi, who does not want to get into a smite fight. Does use the Crescent Guard to knock Shun out of his Ixtal's impact, but he still has the Impale. So Kanavi knows only one thing. He has to try and turn his way and fight, but he eats 2 ultimates to the face, gets the knockup, actually flashes to safety. His 369's public execution does grab Pace, who's on the rotate. Scout Severing Bolt does snipe out Kanavi, but that was a gift wrapped AD carry right in front of 369.
As Pace trades 1v1, I guess. Oh.
Whoa, back live and Scout, the Severing Bolt hero, that last play is completely caught. Discussion for another
I've heard
time.
Respite as well, but yeah.
Respite, yeah.
Yeah.
That's the EU versus NA joke. We had to get one in there. Is 369 is giving the hands to good old-fashioned Allah, who is bailed out by Neganar. There was a lot of craziness going on this bot side, but it settled down. The Dragon is going to go over to TES at the end of the day.
Look at the inventory. It's just still Caps
Really,
versus Eclipse on the other side for 369. So even a debate who wins this 1v1s anymore. This particular game was very similar to the previous one. They do have, oh, hold up, Cream.
Flash gets out of the Impale range, but guess who silences the gap? Breaks down the advantage for Cream. It's a Shun Flash and Scout grabbing a second kill as the range advantage of JDG is also growing, as you pointed out.
Around and Cream.
How many times have we seen this before? Sweet Allah, the victim of so many TES dives, but Shun is there to cover, and Hayes and Missing are not far behind. So instead of all the falling, it will be the first turret falling, and Beats of Strength picked up for TES as the boot upgrades come online.
Huge right here from Top Esports. Very great rotation. Pushing through that mid lane, dipping through the jungle, which made it really difficult for Paze and Missing to make their way around that bot lane.
Oh,
Scout?
no. Scout grabbed. Public execution definition of what 369 just did to the JDG mid laner. Nearly burning Paze there from distance. The other side of that coin is how much dysfunction does Top Esports cause in those ults that you're looking to line up. Because the Realm Warps are on point right now. Cream has been all over the map. Kanavi knocking down that poor Gnar, known as Allah, who is still so far away from a first item.
And they're playing fantastically through the Lucian Nami pressure, right? You know that your mid lane is always going to get pressured. They do have vision around that as well, and they're either going to play through Cream or 369. 369 does not need any help right now. He can literally 1v2 if he so wishes to on a side lane. Allah has been put so far behind. You see the Eclipse, you see the boots.
Good flash away from the Pop Boss, uses the perfect execution to dash back towards Missing. 369 completely outplaying JDG. Question is, where does the rest of the team come in? There's another kind of whiffed ult. Prowling Despair finds nobody's mark. Paze, though, does have the speed up to try and create some distance. Kanavi does not get the slow. With the wind becomes lightning. But the Wolves are surrounding. They see their kill right under the turret, and Shun may be the first to fall, but the Ixtal's impact catches 369. They hit the Chains of Corruption right in tow. Paze and Shun saving JDG once more. We thought they were getting surrounded, but the baddest wolf is the one backed into a corner as Allah nearly finds JackieLove, having him burn both summoners to survive. Credit Allah for the mystical play, but it does not get the kill onto JackieLove. Something back for T.
From killing it, and that's about it. Now they're looking to hit towards a side lane. They're going towards Cream. He has Flash.
Flash, Realm Warp, all available. Does eat the Sprawling Despair. Here in comes Shun. Doesn't get the Ixtal's impact. Flash out from Cream. He's going to try and use the Realm Warp to get out, and just on the edge, able to survive the gank. And the rest of TES have come roaring back in to try and turn this play. But 369 going way too far on his own, diving under the turret, solo bolo style, gifts another Empis a kill over.
What? Straight
Man. This is some of the worries that I have with 369 is this just the only place we know how to fight his top lane under this turret? Kanavi's turn to dive under for a kill. Is able to find the Gnar, but JDG are fine giving up their weakest member. Shun trying to kite back. We got a body block for the culling, and Missing is up to the task, but Trouble, am I crazy? Are we not allowed to fight anywhere else on the map?
Okay, the tower is down. The tower is down. Top Esports faithfuls, you can take a deep breath. That tower is down.
It will arrive at Soul Point at 22 minutes and create a huge win con that JDG have to respond to. But Trouble, I'm scratching my head a little bit at, okay, I might have to ask you a second because I think JackieLove's done a pop this bottom lane. Tidal Wave not going to land. The Coaling does. Missing. Going to be fine. Get to safety. Shun, though, on the flank. Here comes a TP flank from JDG. Chris bursts flash and heal to create some space, but the Impale will land. They're putting Sushi on the menu here. Crisp is going to drop. Here comes Cream, though, on the response teleport. Where can he find an angle in? Shun's playing body block. 369 off to the other side of the flank. Can he get the public execution close enough? No, because missing flashes to safety. Public execution whiffs the chains of corruption, keeping JDG safe. We're going topsy-turvy, turning, chasing each other. It's like we're playing tag out here in the mid lane as now JDG is on the offensive. Alla stacking up the Meganar, flashes forward, throws Scream to the wall, severing bolt over top. Alla finally gets some impact play and gives JDG the fight win.
Top Esports just can't make an engaged stick. There's too much range from JDG. Taking potential to Cream is just about to run into Ale, and 369 took the wrong blast cone.
Yep, and it might let Alla survive. Public execution though over top. This time hits for 369, and when it hits hard. On the other side, TS are looking to push through Jackie Love. Missing his turned and burned. Scout with his Violent Despair though will turn out onto Kanavi, who flashes and does die. So one back as Scout continues to find pretty critical kills, but finally 369's unleashed with a kill back on the board, and well, nearly eclipsing an 11K gold lead deficit in game number 2. Where the Dragon is slowly burning, and JDG seem way more preoccupied with trying to chase off Cream and Crisp. They need to go in for this Hextech Drake, but they just give it up, and now they've got to turn and run for the hills, but 369 will not let them. Missing Pop before the Pop Blossom come across the Tidal Wave, hits onto 3 from Crisp, and Jackie Love can step up and start taking kills, not names. This is the fight TS need. This is how dominating they can be. This is why Top Esports are your LPL defending champions. A clean ace to seal the series.
Top Esports will claim the soul and then use it to chase down JDG inside their own jungle. JDG got lost in the source. They didn't know if they wanted to push for kills, get in for the Dragon, take the 50-50, potentially team fight, and they did none of the above, as 369 is gonna take that bot lane inhibitor tower as the rest of Top Esports are dispatching of Baron, sorry.
And that is the deadly combo, though, coming across. Purple banner on to 5.
Them down, as you'll see the happiness in the coaching staff as well. And hold on.
Whoa. Could this be the final fight right here? Top Esports on the brink of breaking open this series. And who is it again to start at 369 with the public execution? They're diving under the tier 2 turret, sending 369 to hunt down the pack, chop down on all the gazelles. This is what makes TES the premier team in the LPL. Send JDG out of those top 2 conversations. TES are going to cement themselves 8-1 at the very top of Group SN.
You know what they say, a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter if you win a series 2-0 or 2-1. The fact that you won it speaks miles. And right here, Top Esports, they're stepping up to take JDG down.
El Clasico finished. Your victors once more. Top Esports, but also Kanavi and 369 get back at their old organization.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.